What's going on, everybody? It is your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I got a lot of content. I only keep these to 10 minutes or less for you all. I know you all got them short attention spans, so I'm going to get right into it. For those who do not know, my name is Jake Tullis. I go by JT, and I run a crypto hedge fund or a digital asset hedge fund. It is a discretionarily long vehicle. Consider it an index of blockchain technology. I have 10 years of software development experience. I leverage that experience to underwrite the networks, the tokens, the teams, come to a decision about what is the most likely thing to be adopted, and then place my capital partners' monies into those protocols way before people understand what they actually are. And that's why you just subscribed, because I'm the real one. I'm the guy. JT knows things, alrighty? Let's get to it though, 'cause this is a big deal and it's a lot for y'all to understand. Okay, we have ISO 222. What is it? What does it mean? Because y'all need to understand why this is happening. Why this is happening. Why that's happening. And why that's happening. Do you all see that? They all look the same. What do you think they have in common? Interesting. Interesting, right? Okay. So first, you need to understand what ISO 222 is. stands for International Standards Organization. This is a global organization that tells basically financial institutions how their systems need to communicate. So this is the messaging standard. Messaging just means like what language are the computers speaking? Think of it like that. Okay, what language are they speaking? These people tell everyone this is the language you will speak. It is exactly this dialect of English. They'd be like, got it. So you have to build your blockchain to talk in those messages, essentially. And as you can see, only a few are built to talk in this language. And this specific standard is for all financial standards and initiatives. Okay? Common platform for the development of messages. What does that mean? Well, if you want to work government to government or with government's direct M1, so their direct money supply, like banks, you need to use this standard for, to talk to each other. So when the governments have their own CBDC, central bank digital currency, and if you think that I'm crazy, just look at this. This is from the government, okay? All of these countries are building CBDCs. So when they actually come online, Nigeria, no, Zimbabwe, right? When they actually come online, the only way to work with that ecosystem, that country's currency, is going to be through this messaging standard. So if Zimbabwe wants to send money to, sorry, Nigeria for supplies, I don't know what they trade down there, but you get it. It would be through this standard. And this standard is only in these networks. Only these. Okay? This is what I call an institutional play. Banks are eventually going to be using central bank digital currencies to work with governments to circulate cash the same way they do it with regular dollars. This is just an accounting system change. That's all it is. And now that, and by the way, like America is going to be leading that. Some of these countries are in pilot and they happen to be against America, right? BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, they're all ahead of America, okay? Except for Brazil. Brazil's right there. But you get the idea, okay? There's going to be a complete shift in how monies are accounted for digitally, and it's going to be blockchain that's going to change it. Governments are going to use blockchain, and really where you live, it's either going to be like really scary dystopian or it's going to be pretty much like it is right now. You won't even really notice a difference. It just depends. Either way, Since America leads the charge in a lot of this innovation in general, we always have been the country to look for. The fact that Trump, okay, I just want to show you these prices here while I talk. The fact that Trump is coming into office and that he appointed Paul Atkins, all of the institutions are most likely going to get the clarity they need from a regulatory perspective to start really investing in this technology. They're going to build on the ISO 222 platforms, okay? Because they have to. They have to if they want to work with the government, which they do. So they have to. What you're seeing in all of these charts, excuse me, is all of the people speculating. They're all speculating that mass adoption is coming from institutions. So they're just going to this, and then they're buying this stuff. The networks have not grown a few hundred% in a month. They have not. So this is just purely speculation, but a lot of people believe that these platforms are going to be used in the future now for the first time ever. Me personally, I think it's likely. Okay, it's my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. Okay, just in my opinion, I do believe it is likely institutions are going to start building test nets. They're going to start plugging into all of these infrastructural plays. Like XRP has 1,400 NDAs with tons of banks, PNC being one of them. And they're going to start turning things on that they've probably been building, but literally knew they couldn't launch until Ripple got out of all of its lawsuits and that there was regulatory clarity. Well, all that's happening now. So I have a feeling that Ripple's going to lead the charge in turning on different applications that you probably will be amazed in the next year to two, and that could dramatically improve the token price. I don't know what will happen. These are just my opinions, but I do know that my fund and I personally am in a lot of those tokens. Bought them a long time ago. Okay, very cheap. So I'm very happy that it's playing out the way it could have. I don't really know what y'all should do though. I don't know if these are good prices or not. I'm not a fortune teller. You are buying at the all-time highs, which have not been seen for 3 years and in some case 7 years. So you're entering into a market that is very speculative, has very little real-world value. Nothing's changed outside of people thinking Trump will make this better. So you're gambling on the future in that regard, where I like to buy better prices personally. So, y'all make your own decisions. You all are grown. I am just here to give you my hedge fund manager brain, the research, my opinions, my perspective on things going on to hopefully help you make better decisions in your research, in your educational journey in crypto. Stay safe, y'all. I promise I'd keep these short. Take care of one another. Until then, peace and love.